Hello there, Leo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Leo for April of 2018. I'm really glad it's April already, and finally it's warming up outside. Anyhow, there's a couple announcements. The sutra class and the prayer classes are out there for you. There's two little short videos about them, and the sutra class, I published it last month, but I didn't announce it to you because I wasn't quite sure when they'd go out during the month. They're up there for you, and I made it so you can either get one at a time, there's two of them, or you can get them both together, and it's less money to make it affordable for whoever wants to get them all at one time. Takes you 5 minutes a day to do them, and it ingrains and really sharpens your clear perceptions. It's a really good thing to do for anybody who's doing this kind of work, or if you want to develop it. Now, the other thing is I've had bronchitis. I've been really sick, so I'm hoping these readings aren't too late for you, but if I start coughing, you'll know why. What I've done here for us is pull 4 cards. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month. I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month for us, because that's kind of how it works for me. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So that's good. There goes a coughing already, Leo. So I guess all of the Leos are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Now, I would advise you to look at your moon sign and rising sign, get a bigger perspective of the month and a better overall view. And sometimes the sun sign just doesn't get it for me. The other thing is we have some words here for us from Spirit, and they're surrender, transformation, spontaneity, support, and intention. And I'm getting a message for us also that, and I do see it, we got 2 hitches in here, blurps like Cancer did, but they only had 1. We have the same one. So maybe some of us are cuspers out there. The message I'm getting is we may have some struggles or conflicts between home and work, or health and work, or health and home. It's like, maybe because like the bronchitis here right now, just that there's conflicts around it, that we're going to just have to surrender. If it's something we have to take care of ourselves, we have to take care of ourselves, because however that's going to work, it will be transformative once we make the decisions. And we do have cards that show we're going to have some time to play too. We're all different Leos, and these are just general readings, so you'll have to place it in whatever area of your life it's coming down in. Now, because our first card here is the same blip, and I really shuffled these up and I cut the deck every time before I start, and we have the 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And that's a card of when we have to take, when nothing is what it seems to be. That's the best way to put it. It's like we're getting roundabout communication, evasive action, or it is us that has to take that evasive action. To me, this card means going when we have to go through the back door to get what we want. So from then on, we can go through the front door and do it, because everything's, transforming. Now, with this card, discrimination and detachment, discrimination and diplomacy, that's a word I want to use, are really important. Being too overconfident, because if you're on the top, or you're on top in a situation, you can still get kicked down again by not paying attention to what's going on with this evasive action, And this card, actually, that word intention, because they call this card the card of the thief. Supposedly, normally there's a village behind the guy, and he stole 5 swords, and everybody knows it. He left 2 in the village still. He's running out. He's kind of like the elephant, in the middle of the living room. Some of us might have that kind of situation going on around us. It can mean actual someone's taking something from us. Maybe one of our kids stole 20 bucks out of our wallet. We get to the grocery store and the 20 bucks is gone. We're like, I was going to buy one thing in the grocery. I don't know anybody that goes in and buys one thing in the grocery. At least it doesn't happen in my life, but that's kind of what this card's about. Or not stating having to state things in a more diplomatic way or with a lot of discretion, kind of like being politically correct all the time in order to make sure that things are done in the right manner. Sometimes it can be a card of competition also, so maybe that work home thing, maybe our spouse may be mad at us because we've been working way long hours, but we have to do it because we know there's a promotion, so this could be that kind of situation in some of our lives, or that we are selling something maybe at our work and we're, I said this to Cancer too, like we have to, we know the client really needs what we're selling because it's going to increase their business like 20 times. But we have to do all this politically correct stuff to be able to show them that this is going to support, like our word, your business, in order to get you forward faster. But a lot of times it's just simply using those evasive actions. And if Leo is anything, it's straightforward. So that's very, very difficult for us Leos to do. We are usually right there. You ask us a question, we're in your face, we give you the answer, or we tell you it's none of your business. It's very, to us, it's black and white. It's very cut and dry. And we're very generous people, as with the Cancer reading. If this was a matter of someone stealing something from us, we would have gave it to you if you asked. So that can be like a dividing line there, if we feel we're getting overtaken for any kind of reason, because of that loyalty factor in us. We are loyal to a fault. We are generous to a fault, and that's the truth. And if someone takes from us time, energy, whatever it is, it can be something, it could be something of value, the silver or whatever, if they took it from us and we'd have gave it to them if they asked, they're in deep trouble with us. So mind that card, Leo, because it's something that we're probably, not all of us, because like I said, sometimes the sun sign don't get it. Sometimes this would be the surrender card, and sometimes it's the card that means transformation. Like something's going to transform in our life because we ain't putting up with this card. And we don't like that, having to do the evasive thing. But it's really a wise thing. And I do believe this month, for those of us that encounter that type of situation, even if it comes on us with that spontaneous, like take the deep breath before you answer, you might want to answer in that roundabout way, using your tact and diplomacy. Oh, Leo, it's a tough one, isn't it? Here's our next card, the Three of Pentacles, and that's an excellent work card. That shows that we are very skilled. We're going to do well in our work this month, or whatever. Even if we're not working, could be investments. Usually there's two other people on this card. In this deck there aren't, but they are conferring with this guy because he's an artisan and he knows what he does. He knows it very well, and they're conferring with him on a project, for something that they need his support for. So this can be a rising commission, like money's coming into us, or if we're investing, it could be that we invest in something different, and because of that, we have more funds coming in. And because it's a skilled worker, more jobs coming to us or towards us that provide these pentacles, money in the earth plane. And it's a very transformative card because it's showing all of us are stepping up our game or becoming more and more expert at what it is we do. So that doesn't mean, anything other than our word intention. Keep the intention behind your work, okay? Even with these blips, keep that intention, keep that focus, keep moving forward. Yeah, it might do some shake-ups, in the case of that original message about, home and health or home and work, health and work type of things going on. Maybe that is we need to consult someone who's a specialist in something or other. And, where we're supported and we can get right information. Someone that's more skilled if it is a health issue. Because we have just cause here. The next card's the Three of Cups, which is a card of celebration. Everything's going good, we're getting the information we need to transform something, or getting the words and less of that evasive tactics. And it comes up to it's reason to celebrate. Maybe some of us, the new job, maybe more finances, promotions, raises with that Three of Pentacles in there. Maybe we had to do this evasive action, crap to get the job above someone else who was throwing their work at us to do because we're Leo and we'll finish it for them. But we Leos like parties too, so this is a very good card, and that's our word, spontaneity. It's like, Leo, if there's a cause to celebrate, we're going out there and celebrating it. Although we may have to pay for that because the next card's a devil card. Oh well, Leo, 2 little hiccups on the horizon. I actually don't think the devil card's bad because he has a pentacle on his head, and I like money. Money's very good. You can help people with it. You can help yourself with it. But it could be a Capricorn. It's the card of Capricorn. I think it's Capricorn and Saturn. Yeah, I believe that's what it is too. And I don't know astrology, but I think there's something to do with Capricorn and Saturn. But this is a card of bondage. Like when we're being held down by something or for some reason, So that could be the work health. That could be the health home or work home type situation. Spirit was talking, maybe work's overwhelming us and we don't have time to spend with anybody else, or to spend at home like we would want to, or we have other things on our plate right now that are taking us out of the home more than we normally would be out of the home. But with this card, focused Capricorn energy, focused in Saturn, like the taskmaster, karma. If we focus with this, we can transform anything. I tell you guys this about the devil card. We still have to have, stability in our lives. We have to have finances or we can't eat, pay the mortgage, pay your rent, pay your car payment, that kind of stuff. We have to be able to do these things, manifest. So when you use this energy appropriately, you build castles in the air, which are your dreams that you want, and you can still build them on the ground. You can bring them in from the spiritual realm. And with this kind of energy, even if I felt trapped, there's always spiritual choices I can make, and I still want to go about things right. This can be the card of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Out, play in the field or whatever. These cards go both ways. It could be us Leos out there messing around, or it can be someone messing around with drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Also, but I really don't think so with the way the words are and the way the card's coming up. I think it's part and parcel of that hiccup type energy. Maybe I said to Cancer that I thought maybe it was that Aries new moon type energy coming in. You know, it might bring that hiccup stuff. I forget when that happens, but I think it's like right around the middle of the month. Don't quote me because I'm not an astrologer, but this kind of energy can be useful for manifestation if it is used appropriately. Saturn's the lord of karma, so we don't want to do anything, right, that is going to come back and bite us while we're doing this manifesting. I do believe, you know, for a lot of us, this is work stuff, maybe promotions and things like that for a lot of us, because our next card could be coming right off of this card. The Four of Cups off the Three of Cups. We partied too hardy and celebrated too much. Now we're in a state of apathy. Yeah, but for some of us, that first card, that Seven of Swords energy, might have made us do this. This is a state of withdrawing into ourselves. Like, it's like the blah blah, everyday nitty gritty stuff that we have to do at home, or the nitty gritty of making the marriage work and all that kind of stuff. That's what it means. But I always look at this and I see this poor dude been sitting there for so long, he has a plant growing out of his head. He has 3 cups sitting beside him that are totally full, and I see this cup as the hand of God coming out of the clouds and giving him a new idea, a new gift, something special. So maybe we do need that little bit of daydream time to figure out what it is, what our next step is before we take it, and take this cup from the source, you know, from that God's offering to us, a new way of being that's supported with intention, you know, to manifest in the physical realm, because we have that Devil card here and the Three of Pentacles right along with it. So I would keep my intent. I would take some time. If it's health issues bugging us, Leo, take some time, rest, you know. I think the promotion or whatever, the transformation is going to happen anyhow, because the word support is there for us. Maybe we need a day off to go home and just sit around and think. Turn off the telephone. If it's a health issue, maybe get over, like me, the bronchitis or whatever. Sit back and, you know, think about what is my next step before I take it. Maybe some of us are going into a new job with that Three of Pentacles energy. You know, maybe we need a little week off in between, straighten up the house, get the kids back together, or whatever you want to say, you know, get the husband back in line so we're not sending them to, well, not all of us do that anymore, not send them the work and the clothes they wore for 3 years, you know. I know people split jobs now. I guess I'm still a little old-fashioned. What can I say? Anyhow, I'm the clothes washer in my house. But this cup here, I think, has ideas for us this month that can spontaneously transform if we surrender to this cup. You know, surrender to that hand of God coming out. I think it's going to make an excellent month. Couple hiccups, like I said, but for the most part, I actually think the way these are laying here, and with those words, especially transformation, spontaneity, support, and intention, a lot of us are manifesting exactly which we want, and that word surrender. So when I see surrender, I always think wave the white flag. If there's something we can't do anything about, you know, why kind of get involved in it, Leo, you know? Well, maybe that is to do with, this is child. Child is the name of this card. And that's a particular kind of energy with that spontaneity and that celebration. Three of Cups can come off the 2 and we could be having energetics, or this 7 of Swords card could come off a child card too. But I do believe this month is about giving ourselves that time to surrender and do that transformation with intention and getting people on board with us. You know, even if we have to do it with diplomacy and discretion and evasive action, I guess. Because that kind of nurtures ourselves, and that's the kind of overriding thing. Because of that blurp energy, hiccup energy. It says you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. You know, when I came here, I always thought that I was being sent here for the children, and some of my children were in their 70s. You never know what age your child's going to be. This says the card signifies that a child is affecting some kind of aspect of your question. This could be your own child or your desire for a child, a young family member, or your present or future work in helping children. Have children been on your mind lately? If so, this card's proof that whatever you've been considering is valid. And to me, child means birth too, like new ideas. These are general readings, so we have to take it in that context also. This includes spending more time with children or looking into areas of employment with young ones. And it says your life purpose may involve helping children. Be as a child. I think that's part of that Four Cups energy here. And pay attention to your inner child or a child in heaven saying, I love you. Pregnancy and adoption could also be part of this. Yeah, that could be part of the celebration energy. Or maybe if some of us are doing that kind with this, we got to act diplomatic, you know, like during our interviews and things like that. I think it's more like taking that time to nurture and the manifestation energy of our next step for most of us. For some of us, it's going to be directly, you know, to do with our children or whatever. Well, Leo, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. And I read each and every one of them. I don't get a lot of time to write you all back, but I do read them all. And I really appreciate them. And if anybody wants to go neb about me or know more about me, all the information's down below the screen. If you want to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is at the website down below the screen. And to everybody I've met through doing the YouTube videos for the last 2 years, and to everybody I've met through doing readings for 29 years now. God, I'm getting up there. I want to tell you all, it's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to have served you. And hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.